Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 210. It is Tuesday morning, and tomorrow is going to be the day we get out of town, and most of the day tomorrow is going to be driving. We won't get to our first casino for quite a while, at least 5 hours, I would say, and then nothing again for another very long period of time, but I'm excited about the journey that we're about to take. Should be a good trip. So today it is 54 degrees. Today's high is only expected to be 71. It's like it went from scalding hot to cool instantly. I am on my way to work as everybody just stopped in the middle of the road. I don't know why. But on my way to work now. Got a lot to do this morning to get caught up. People requested a lot of stuff last night, and I was not going to spend my night working on it. I had an idea this morning about how to automate the process. So normally people will email me or send me a Teams message to check something for them, and I thought, well, why not just create a form and have them fill out the form, and then I get all the relevant information in one place. And then in the future, I might be able to automate that and have AI actually kick off the scan. And then all I would have to do would be to get the reports out to the proper people. And eventually you could automate that as well. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and create a form probably next week. And we'll send it out to everyone. And if they want a scan done, they fill out the form. I'll get, get it in an easy to digest format. I'll be able to do things faster and then just reply, and it would close the ticket, and it would document that I'm doing all that work as well, because like yesterday someone requested 64 scans. I'm not doing 64 individual scans. I will find a way to automate that. So that's my task for the morning, is to get those done and a couple other ones and answer some questions. And then we'll be on our way to the casino, try to make some money. And depending on how things go at the casino this morning, I may play poker tonight. I don't want to play too late because we're going to be leaving very early in the morning tomorrow for our trip. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. It's a nice clear day today, clear skies, 54 degrees, on our way to the office, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. It is 10:45 and I've got my laptop grinding like you wouldn't believe, trying to load and export information like crazy. I've got 3 different incognito windows open because it won't let me do more than one thing at a time. So I got multiple windows going at the same time. Running through my cell phone here, and if I get to the casino and it's not done, I'll probably just have to leave my laptop or my cell phone in the car to provide internet for it, but which means no pictures, but that's okay. So got everything that I need to do pretty much done pending these downloads. Once they're done, I'll be sending some emails this afternoon to the teams responsible for taking care of this stuff, and have a meeting with my manager this afternoon, and we'll wrap things up for the day. Right now we're heading out to the casino, and it's funny, yesterday after my team meeting, I'm trying to leave, and I park in that corner now because it's easy. There's steps right there, and it's only a few feet to my car once I go out that direction, but that's also the smoking area. Well, I wait about 20 minutes after the meeting is over because all my teammates go down there and smoke after the meeting. I wait 20 minutes, I wait 30 minutes, okay, I'm leaving. So I go to leave, I go down the steps, I go around the corner, and I see them all still standing there. I'm like, come on. So I wait in the stairwell for about 5 minutes, then I'm like, what am I hiding from? I'm just gonna leave. So I go out that door, and they're all just standing around. I end up talking to them for a few minutes, and then I ended up saying, well, I gotta go, see you later, and I just took off. So it's like people waste so much time, like 40 minutes of standing there smoking and talking. I don't know, maybe I've just never been that social to do that. You know, I go to a party, I'm like, unless we're talking about something good or important, I don't want to talk to you. It's like, yeah, if you're going to talk to me about the weather and how so-and-so doing and all this stuff, I'm not interested. So anyway, yeah, let's head over to the casino and see what we can do. Hopefully make a little bit of cash today, and then we'll go grab some food somewhere and then head back to the office and take care of the rest of our work for the day and get ready for tomorrow. So that's what's happening now. I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back, and for the most part, it was a waste of time until the end. I mean, I walked around forever and couldn't find anything. I think there was only one. No, I think I checked everything that I could check. There's some machines that were turned off because they're doing a software update, and I'm like, I've been around this place so much that I even know when the software update is done on these slot machines. I can tell. So anyway, I was watching them get ready to finish up and turn them back on, but they never got turned on. So I ended up taking one more lap around, and at that point I'd been in here for about 25 minutes or so and found zero, absolutely nothing at all. And took one more lap and checked the kiosk to see if I had anything and did all that stuff, and finally took one more spin around and ended up playing one machine at around $1 a spin, and ended up ahead $383 off that. I mean, just a last minute look, and decided to play, and plus $383. So definitely made the stop worthwhile. I may or may not come back today. Those few machines that are turned off may not be worth it for me to come back for, especially if I don't think there's a lot of stuff going on. It may be more of a value for me to play. See, I'm hesitating because I'm about to say to play poker, but you can see in 1 minute, this happened Saturday, I made $1,500, and just now in 1 minute something changed and I was able to make a lot of money. So we'll see. I'll make that decision here in a few hours after my meeting with my manager, and yeah, we'll go from there. I definitely am not coming back tomorrow because I got to leave so early. This place was on my list for tomorrow, and I decided against it because I was coming here in order to go to the two other places that I was trespassed from last week, and then continue on my trip. Now that I don't have those, I don't see any other viable casinos that I can go to that make any kind of sense at all. So I'll definitely look into that when I get back to the office, but it seems to me like there's nothing else that I can do. And unfortunately, I could have hit up to 9 casinos on the way to my destination. Instead, it's going to be 1 casino. So that's a shame, but certain ones aren't worth going to as a standalone. So it made it unrealistic for me to hit those. So anyway, right now we are heading to Chipotle. Gonna get our chicken salad that we always get, and then there's an auto parts store nearby there, and I'll go grab the air filter I need for my car. I don't know if I mentioned it last night, but I got my new tire, and they only charged me the fee to put the tire on, which was like $19. But then I had them look at my air filter, and there was no air filter. So I'm gonna go grab an air filter. I can put it in tonight at home, because it's not like a simple one like some of them are. You do have to get underneath the dash area, unscrew some stuff, take off some molding, and then put it on. I don't know why they do that, but so we'll go grab that filter too, and go back to the office. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, and we are just leaving the office. We're gonna head to the poker club. We're going to try to get about 2 hours in, see what happens. Worth a try. I just, with traffic and everything, I didn't think it made sense to go to the casino. So, and then we'll be home early tonight, and we'll get a chance to get plenty of sleep and leave early tomorrow. So we're heading out right now to the poker club, and I'll come back and update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. I don't know what to say. That was a good session, man. I played with the Indian guy who was sitting next to the other Indian guy last time, and they were trading chips back and forth, betting on the color of the flop and stuff like that. Unbelievable game, man. I had to wait about 15 or 20 minutes before I could sit down, and the game was pretty quiet, like $20, $40 pots. Then this guy comes to the table, and you can buy in for up to 75% of the big stack, and he buys in for more than the maximum, because they always tell him you can only put that much of it on the table, and he puts more and keeps sliding more and more on the table every hand. And he must have bought in at least $2,500 while I was sitting there. And I would say until the last 10 minutes that I was there, he never folded a hand. If he was in to see the flop, he was raising all the way through. And he and I got tangled up in this hand, man. I had pocket twos, and the board had it was like queen, 9, 6, something. He bets 25 on the flop, and 50 on the turn, and 50 on the river. Now all I've got is a pair of twos, and there's 4 of us in this pot, and everyone's calling all the way through. He goes 50 on the river, and I call with a pair of twos, and the other 2 people have seen that I'm like really patient, I'm not raising, I'm doing all this stuff, and they all fold, both of them fold, and I end up winning the hand with a pair of twos. You know, he had ace high. So and then there was another, actually I think he had like king high, something like that, king 9, I don't know what he had, something like king high, I think. Anyway, and then there was another hand where I had ace king, and someone made it 10. I called the 10. This guy makes it 50, and I'm like, okay, you want to do that? I know you're gonna push me all in every time, no matter what. So I've got like 480, something like that. Well, about 480 something in front of me. So I go all in with my ace king, and he calls me, and ended up he had ace queen, which is a shock. I thought he'd have junk, and they're putting out the cards, and he won't turn his hand over, and the flop, the turn, I'm like, I've lost. And this Asian guy sitting next to me, he's like, you're gonna win, or you won. And I'm like, oh, in my head I'm thinking there's still one more card out, I don't know if I won or not. And he's like, you won. And they show the river, and then he doesn't want to turn his hand over. He finally turns over ace queen. I had ace king, and that hand was a $979 pot. When I first sat down, I bought in for 200, got my stack up to like 240, and then I lost a big pot and was down to like peanuts, like 39 or 44 or something like that. I ended up doubling that up, and then I ended up doubling that one up again, and got me more than doubling it up, and it got me over 300. And I ended up continuing on and playing, and I ended up cashing out $1,086 for a win of $886 on a 1-2 table in an hour and a half. So excellent game. 2 young guys left the table, even though they were doing well, because this guy was so nuts and they wanted to protect their profits, which I totally understand. They were buying in for like 100. One of them left with like 600, one left with 200, which I don't blame them. And right now you got the big players in there. Everyone's got 2,000 plus, and I'm not going to sit around and lose my whole stack in one hand because they have a big bankroll and they want to push it and all that stuff. It's not worth it for me. So ended up with a nice decent win there, 886. Who would have thought? Staying home, I made $1,200 bucks, man. The other day, I drove to the middle of nowhere. I had a 700 plus mile trip, hitting multiple casinos, playing blackjack, playing slots, playing poker, and I only made 600. And then staying in town, and I make, is that over 1,200? 880, 9, 10, 11, yeah, over 1,200 today. So that's awesome. So anyway, I'm gonna head home right now. I need to get some fuel on the way home. Got a long one tomorrow. By the end of the day tomorrow, we'll be over 600 miles away from home. I already figured out where I'm going, and as I said this morning, I was gonna hit like whatever 8 or 9 places on the way out to my furthest point by the end of the day tomorrow, and I had gone down to like 3 or 2, and I reformulated everything and actually found a place that I knew it existed, but I didn't know what it had, and I looked it up. I found another one too, but it would add like an extra 3 hours out of my way, and I decided not to do that unless I was going to go through a whole different region on the way home. So we're gonna go for it tomorrow, and hopefully everything works out. We'll be out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and most likely Saturday. I'm not positive. We'll see how it goes, see how the money situation is, see how variance is going, see what's going on at home, and we'll figure things out from there. So real quick, segments are real simple today. What did I eat today? I had the chicken salad thing from Chipotle, and it was actually much better, not so wet, because they actually put the chunks of the salsa in instead of just the water on top. So I give that at least a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did I tip today? My big hands, I think my big hand I tipped $4. That was like the $979 hand. And then I tipped $2 once, and the other times $1. I think I tipped a total of $11, maybe something like that, overall. So I was really patient, did everything I was supposed to do, and when the guy pushed me with my ace king, I didn't let him push me around, and I called and actually went all in, and ended up winning. And what did I learn today? I learned that I might actually have a problem with my eye. I woke up this morning, the last 4 days or so, my eye's been stinging me when I touch it. So I feel like maybe I got some dirt in there and maybe scratched my eye or something like that. And last night it was getting swollen, and today it's more swollen. So I'm going to go home and put something on there, and then tomorrow as I'm driving, I'll keep something on there to keep the swelling down. I had something on it this morning, and it didn't start swelling back up until this evening. So I think I'll be okay tomorrow to drive, as long as it's not much worse. If it ends up being really bad in the morning, I might hit an urgent care, but I don't think they can do anything, because I think I probably just scratched it a little bit with some kind of dust or something in the air. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap things up. I mean, it's a beautiful day, just heading home, going to get some sleep early, like 9:30, and get up at 5 a.m. and head out. Right now it's 72 degrees outside. Beautiful day, nice sky, a few fluffy clouds, blue sky, light wind. So gonna enjoy the rest of the day with my family, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time. Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 211. I forgot to publish last night. I'll do that this morning, but it is Wednesday morning, and it is time for our trip. So, got up very early, and gonna get to the office very early, because our first stop is not for almost 5 hours. So, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a lot of driving. I do have a lot of work to do for the office, and just was not in the mood to do it last night. So once I get to work, get checked in and all that, I'll sit in the parking lot for a few minutes, kick a couple scans off, answer a couple emails, and then we'll be on our way. So today, like I said, it's going to be a long one. I did look at the map yesterday and found a lot of casinos that I'm going to be hitting. Some of them I've never been to before, even though I've been to this area many times. And this area does have some really tiny casinos that are so small they're not even worth it, because the distance is so great. But we are going to hit 1 or 2 medium-sized casinos. Yeah, I mean, looks like it's going to be an okay day. It doesn't look like it's going to be too hot today. Right now the sky is mostly clear. I can't tell for sure. It's 47 degrees outside. Temperature today should reach around 73, so should be pretty pleasant. Yeah, that's really about it. I'm going to publish that episode from yesterday, head to work, and I'll be back to update you here later, I should say. Obviously still a little bit tired.